This conference will now be recorded.
We are going to discuss about the detail page button with JavaScript. In the previous session, we discussed in the previous session, we discussed detail page button with visual force page, right? With visual force page. Okay, VF page we discussed. But in this session, we are trying to developing a detail page button again, but with JavaScript. Okay. I will show the existing example. We are also developing the same example. Okay. We are also working with the same example. Opportunity is a standard object, right? Opportunity is a standard object. Okay. We have case is another object. Opportunity is a standard object and case is another standard object. Case is another standard object. Go to case object. Okay. Go to case object. Before that, opportunity in our example, opportunity object and case object. Opportunity object and case object. Go to case object. Okay. Go to case object. Make a lookup relationship with opportunity. Okay. Go to case object and create a lookup relationship with opportunity. Go to case object and create a lookup relationship with the opportunity. Okay, with the opportunity. Now our target is we are trying to creating a case record from opportunity. We are trying to creating a case record from opportunity. So first of all, go to case object. I am trying to creating one lookup field. Go to view fields and go to new field. And make a lookup relationship. Click on next button. And I'm trying to making a lookup relationship with the opportunity. See opportunity. Click on next. And the relationship field name is nothing but opti info. This is my relationship field. Click on next. And already this field is there. I will make it as a opportunity info. Okay, and click on next. And click on next. Finally click on next. Finally try to save this file. So step 1 is go to the case object. Okay, go to the case object and create a lookup relationship with the opportunity object. Okay, go to case object, make a lookup relationship with opportunity object. Now coming into opportunity. I am trying to creating one new opportunity record. Go to here, select any record type, enter all the mandatory details here, okay, and click on the save button. So we created one opportunity record, right? Now scroll down here, just now we created one related list, right? Just now we created one lookup relationship, right? That is nothing but a case, right? Suppose we want to create a case record. How we will create a case record? Go to here, click on this new case button and select the record type, enter all the mandatory details and try to save this one, right? Okay, try to save this one. Okay, we created one case record, right? So for that particular opportunity, we created one case record. We manually created. We are going into this particular related list and click on the new case button. We are selecting the record type, enter the mandatory details and click on the save button. Then case record is automatically creating for this particular opportunity record, right? We are creating a case record manually. Okay, we are creating a case record manually. Now I will do some changes. Go to edit layout, go to edit layout, go to edit layout and go to related list. Okay, go to related list, go to related list. I am removing this one, existing one, and here what I will do is I will go to here, I will remove this new button. Okay, I will remove this new button. Once again, go to back. Okay, go to back. We are trying to creating a case record. How we are creating a case record? We have a button is there here, list button is there. Okay, new case list button is there here. So by click on this one, it will redirecting into this particular screen. Click on this continue, enter all the mandatory details and click on the save button, right? Click on the save button. We are trying to creating a case record, right? For that particular opportunity, we are trying to creating a case record manually. Okay, so this opportunity has two case record. Now our requirement is don't create case record manually. We will not allow the user to create case record manually. We will not allow the user to create case record manually. Okay, so the first step is what we will do. Go to here, edit layout, go to your edit layout, go to related list, right? Go to related list, go to related list. The existing one I am removing this one. Go to here, go to here. This button is there, right? New button. Okay, new button and click on this. Okay, finally try to save this one. Finally try to save this one. Now we want to create a case record. Here case tab is there, case tab. This case tab also I am removing. Go to plus one, go to customize my tabs. We are removing this case tab. We are removing this case tab. Now go to opportunities, take this particular record. Now scroll down here, scroll down. See this case is relatedly just now we created, right? Now we want to create a case record. Now we want to create a case record. From where we want to create a case record? From the opportunity itself. Our client is expecting one button, one detail page button he is expecting. When user click on this button, our requirement is we have to create a case record automatically. We have to create a case record automatically. That is our requirement. Okay, in opportunity object we are trying to developing one detail page button. When user click on this particular detail page button, we have to create a case record automatically. We have to create a case record automatically. That is our requirement. So however, I mean user is trying to creating a case record manually, right? That option we are disabling. That option we are disabling him. We are providing the facility to the user to create a case record by using this button only. By using this button only. So finally our requirement is we are trying to creating a case record when user click on this particular detail page button. So here this is an existing example. So click on create case button. Click on the create case button. Once click on the create case button, what it is asking? We are getting one box we are getting, right? We are getting one detail box we are getting, right? So what here it is getting? Are you sure you want to create a case? Yes. Cancel means no. We will not, the system it will not allow us to create a case. Okay, so click on create a case. Yes, click on this okay. Click on this okay. Why you are creating a case? Why we are trying to creating a case? It is taking the input. It is taking the input. Whenever we are trying to developing the visual for space, whenever we are trying to developing a visual for space, first name, last name, we are taking the input from the user, right? Like this, here also it is asking why you are creating a case. Enter that details here. Click on this OK button. Then the system automatically create a case record. Then the system automatically create a case record. That is our requirement. So we have to develop one detail page button, but this detail page button is a JavaScript button. Why JavaScript button means whenever you will click on the create case, we need one pop-up. We need one pop-up. This facility we can achieve by using JavaScript. This facility we can achieve by using JavaScript. Are you sure you want to create a case? Click on the cancel means no, I don't want to create a case. Okay, click on OK, then only it will allow us to create a case. Why you are trying to creating a case? Give me some input. Yes, you have to enter the input and click on this OK. Then based on that details, it will create a case record automatically. It will create a case record automatically. So finally our requirement is we have an opportunity object. Opportunity is a standard object, and we have another object that is nothing but a case object. Case is also a standard object. Go to the case object. Go to the case object. Okay, go to the case object. We are trying to creating a lookup relationship field with the opportunity. We are trying to creating a lookup relationship with the opportunity. Once we created a lookup relationship, then it will automatically come as a related list here. Opportunity is a parent, opportunity is a parent, and a case is a child. Opportunity is a parent, and a case is a child, and a case is a child. Okay, opportunity is a parent, and a case is a child. So here what we are doing is we are hiding this list button. We are hiding this list button. So then our target is we have to create a case record from this particular detail page button. From this particular detail page button, we are trying to creating a case. We are trying to creating a case. This is our requirement. Any questions on the requirement or any confusion? Any confusion? Any questions, sir? So finally, we are trying to creating a case record, okay, with the automation process. Automation process is nothing but here detail page button. Detail page button. We are trying to developing a button. When user click on this particular button, we are trying to creating a case record automatically to that particular opportunity. To that particular opportunity. Now coming into case object. Now coming into case object. Suppose you want to create a case record. What are the mandatory details are there? The status is mandatory, right? Case origin is mandatory, right? Case origin is mandatory. 1 second. Some assignment tools are there. Their properties. Now go to here. Suppose we are trying to creating a case record. What are the mandatory details? What are the mandatory details? See here, we want to create a case record programmatically. What are the mandatory details? Case C is equals to new case, right? And what are the mandatory details here? C dot status is mandatory, right? C dot status. Okay. C dot status. Status where my client is expecting always new only. Whenever you are trying to creating a case record from opportunity, status is always new only. Then what is the next field here? Mandatory field. Case origin, right? Go to here. Case origin. What is the API for this one? Origin only. Okay. Case origin. I mean, this case is coming from where? That is nothing but email. That is nothing but email. Then which field we want based on our requirement? Then which field we want based on our requirement? My requirement is nothing but subject line also we have to add it. Okay, go to here subject line. C dot subject. Okay, C dot subject is equals to whatever the user entered, right? Go to here. Whatever user entered, right? Go to this particular opportunity. Whatever user entered, right? Create a case. Create a case. This is the subject line. We have to capture from the user whatever user entered right here. Whatever user entered, right? Test. This we have to make it as a subject line. C dot subject line is equals to, okay, get from the user. Get from the user. Okay, we have to get it from the user. Then what is the next step? We have to create a case record to this particular opportunity only, right? We have to create a case record to this particular opportunity only, right? To this particular opportunity. So what is the relationship field? Just now we created the relationship field. This is a relationship field, right? This is a lookup relationship. Okay, c dot opp info underscore c is equals to, here this is a lookup field, right? Lookup field. For example, go to this case. Go to this case. Go to this case. Go to here. So now scroll down here. Here you have to observe This is a case record, and this case is a lookup with this particular opportunity. This is a lookup field. Lookup field. Front end, it will show this particular opportunity name. Whenever we are coming into the lookup field, see here, this is a lookup field, right? OPP info. From the case, we are maintaining a lookup relationship with the opportunity. From the case, we are trying to maintaining a lookup relationship with the opportunity. Okay, so this is a lookup field. This is a lookup field. Front end, it will show that opportunity name. Front end, it will show that opportunity name. But whenever we are coming into the back end, lookup field in the sense means we have to take always ID only. We have to take always ID only. This is the ID. So whenever we are coming into the lookup field, front end, it will always display the that record name. That record name. What is this opportunity name? See here. What is this opportunity name? This name here it is displaying. This name here it is displaying. For example, go to this case. From this case, we are maintaining a lookup relationship, right? From this case, we are maintaining a lookup relationship. This is a lookup relationship. Front end always it will show the name only. This record name only it will show. But whenever we are coming into the back end for lookup field, this is a lookup field with the opportunity, right? We have to always take the ID of this particular record. Record ID of this particular record. Just remember, whenever we are coming into the lookup field or master detail relationship field, it will always display the name of that particular record in the UI. But whenever we are coming into the back end, what is this record ID? What is this record ID? That record ID we have to get into here. That record ID we have to get into here. That record ID here we have to get into here. Then insert case. Then insert case. So our requirement is we are trying to creating a case record. Yes, from where we are trying to creating a case record. We have direct tab option is there, case tab option is there. No, my client is not accepting. My client requirement is we have facility to create a case record from the opportunity only. From the opportunity only. So step one is go to the case object and make a lookup relationship with opportunity. Go to the case object and go and create one lookup field with the opportunity object. Once we created a lookup field, then for that particular opportunity, here it will automatically display the related list. Here it will automatically display the related list, and here we will get a list button. Here we will get a list button. The second thing what we have to do is go to that particular related list and remove this list button, that is the second step. That is the second step. The third step is the third step is the third step we have to develop a detail page button with the JavaScript. Why we have to go with the JavaScript only? We have Visual Force page is there, right? So because of here you have to observe, when we will click on this particular button, what it is asking, are you sure you want to create a case? We are getting one pop-up, right? Click on the cancel. No, we are not creating a case. Click on create a case. Click on this. Okay, yes, it is going to the next step. So in the next step it is asking, okay, why you are creating a case. Okay, why you are creating a case? So what is the reason? Enter the reason. Click on this OK button. Then we have to create a case record automatically. We have to create a case record, and that case record for this particular opportunity we have to link that. For this particular opportunity we have to link. That is our requirement. Any questions on this one? Any questions or any confusion? Requirement is clear, right? We are trying to creating a case record, okay, from the opportunity by using detail page button. That detail page button we are trying to developing by using javascript. Okay, now where we have to write our detail page button? In opportunity object, right? Go to opportunity object. Okay, go to here, view fields. Go to your view fields, and now go to buttons, links and actions, and new action is there, right? New button or link is there, right? Default custom links. Okay, new action means it's a quick actions. Quick actions we'll discuss. We will start lightning, that time we will discuss. Now we are trying to developing a new button, right? Click on this new button. Click on this new button. Click on this new button. Then what is your button name? I mean, what is your button name? Case creation. Any name. Case creation. Okay. Or create case. Okay. Any name. We are trying to developing one detail page button. See here. This is a detail page button. This is a detail page button. Then behavior display in new window or in the same window. That is based on our client requirement. Here display in existing window with a sidebar. Okay, now coming into how we are trying to developing our detail page button, by using URL or by using Visual Force Page or by using JavaScript. By using JavaScript, which one we are going to select? Visual Force Page. So no, I am going to select the JavaScript. Why we have to select the JavaScript? We have to go with the Visual Force Page, right? We have to go with the Visual Force Page, right? This facility is not there in the Visual Force Page. When click on the create case button, this option is not there. This option is not there. It will not show these alert boxes. There is no such facility. We have to go with the JavaScript. We have to go with the JavaScript. So that's why we are trying to developing a detail page button by using JavaScript. So that's why here we are trying to selecting a JavaScript here. On click JavaScript. Okay, I am trying to selecting JavaScript here. Okay, I am trying to selecting JavaScript. Then whenever we are trying to developing a JavaScript, the first step is we have to export some files. Go to the Google. Okay, go to the Google. Go to the Google. JavaScript detail page button and Visual Force Page in Visual Force Page Salesforce. In Visual Force Page Salesforce, go to open any link. Open any link. Whenever we are trying to developing a JavaScript button, whenever we are trying to developing a JavaScript to detail page button, see some JavaScript, these files are there, right? We have to export. 1 second, go to here. 1 second. This file we have to export. Okay, we have to use this first line. We have to use this first line. Go to here. Go to here. This is Visual Force Page. Forget about this one. Coming into here. These two we have to export. Okay, these two we have to export. Okay, these two we have to use whenever we are trying to developing a JavaScript button. First we have to use these two lines. First we have to use these two lines. Okay, first we have to use these two lines. We have to import into our code. We have to connection.javascript and apex.javascript. These two files we have to import into here. Okay, whenever we are trying to developing a JavaScript detail page button, the first step is we have to import into these two files. One is connection.javascript and another one is apex.javascript. Okay, that is the first point. That is the first point. Then now coming into here, how we are trying to developing our JavaScript button. Click on this create case. What we are getting? We are getting this dialog. This is the box we are getting, right? We are getting this box, right? Now again go to the Google. Again go to the Google. How to display, how to get, okay, how to get dialog box. Okay, dialog box in JavaScript. Okay, in JavaScript Visual Force Page. Okay, in JavaScript Visual Force Page. How to get dialog box? Go to here. Okay, how to get Java? Forget, remove this Visual Force Page. How to get dialog box in JavaScript. Go to here, okay, go to here. This is a dial, forget about this one. Go to each and every link, go to here, w3schools.com, go to here, okay. Click on this one, you have some examples are there, you will just go and practice this one. Click on this one, we are getting like this only, right? See, we are getting like this only, right? So we are getting like this only, right? Okay. Now, 1 second, scroll down here. Prompt box means it will take input from the user. Now we are trying to getting a, now we are trying to getting see it window.confirm. Okay, window.confirm. Go to here, window.confirm. I will explain once again. First try to understand window.confirm. Okay, here you have to enter, are you sure, are you sure to create a case record, okay. This is dialog box window.confirm. Okay, window.confirm. Try to save this one, try to save this one, okay, try to save this one. Are you sure you want to create a case record? The first step is where I added these two files. One is connection.javascript and another one is apex.javascript. Now coming into here, so how the next step is how the client is expecting. The client is expecting in this format. We need OK and cancel button, two buttons along with some text boxes, along with some text box we want, okay, along with some text box we want. Then which one we will use? Go to the JavaScript and you have to use this one, okay. Go to the JavaScript and you have to use this window.confirm, okay. Window.confirm, you will just go and use this one, okay. Window.confirm, this is a confirm box, okay. This is a confirm box and it contains OK or cancel. It contains OK and cancel. See here, if user clicks on OK, then the box returns true. If the user clicks on OK, then the box returns true. If the user clicks on the cancel, then the box returns false. Then the box returns false. So we are trying to developing one box. So in this box, it will take OK and cancel. Suppose you will select OK. Suppose you will select OK, then what it will do? It will do you are selected, so it will make it as a true. It will make it as a true. Suppose you will click on the cancel, then what it will return? It will return as a false. Okay, it will return as a false. Now go to here, go to our detail page button. Now go to, this is our button, right? Go to here. Are you sure you want to create a case record, right? Are you sure you want to create a case record? Means it will display OK and cancel along with some this text, along with some text. The text is nothing but this one. Okay, suppose user he will click on this OK button. Suppose user he will click on this OK, then only we have to continue the next step, right? Then only we have to continue with the next step, right? With this syntax window.confirm, we will get one box. In that box we have OK and cancel is there along with this text, along with this text. Suppose user he will select OK, suppose user he will click on OK, then what it will return? It will return true. It will return true. So now you will just go and declare a variable here. This is a JavaScript, right? In the JavaScript, everything is like a variable. There is no data type. There is no data type. There is no string, integer, double. There is no data type. Everything it will treat it as a variable. Everything it will treat it as a variable. See, window.confirm means we will get one box. One confirm box we will get. That is called confirm box. So with OK and cancel along with this text. Suppose you will click on OK means you are accepting. I will go with the next step. I will go with the next step. How we know whether you click on OK or cancel? How we know? That we are trying to capturing into this particular variable. We are trying to storing into this particular variable. Suppose you will click on this OK. Suppose you will click on this OK. Then it will return true. Then it will return true. Suppose you will click on cancel. Then it will return false. Then it will return here false. Okay. Then it will return here the false. Now Go to here, if the if confirm. Okay, if confirm means if we will click on OK, then I will enter into here, so the first one is we are trying to getting one box. In this box we are displaying this particular check, I mean this particular text with OK and cancel buttons. Suppose you will click on the OK, then we have to continue, we have to create a case process, we have to start to create a case process. Suppose you will click on the cancel, then we have to stop the process, how we will know whether you will click on OK or cancel? How we know? So here only it will display, this box only it will display. You will click on OK, then what it will display? It will display true. You will click on cancel, then what it will display? It will display false. That we have to store into the variable, right? Based on that only we have to continue our process, right? Based on that only we have to continue our process. So where we have to store? We are trying to storing into the variable, and my variable name is nothing but confirm. This is a JavaScript. In the JavaScript everything is a variable. There is no data types like integer, string. There is no data type, everything is a variable. Now we are trying to storing into this particular variable. Then what is my next step? If we will select OK, if we will click on OK, then we have to continue our process. If we have to click on this OK, then we have to continue our process. Okay, then what is our next process? For example, go to here, click on this create case. Are you sure you want to create a case? We are getting one text, right? Along with the OK button and cancel button, right? Cancel means it will stop the process, it will not continue, it will not go with the next step. So click on create case again, click on this OK. Yes, I'm accepting, I want to create a case. Then what it is taking? Why you are creating a case? This is like a text box, right? This is like a text box. We are taking the input from the user, right? We are taking the input from the user, right? So now go to the Google and you have to search how to take the input from the user, in the JavaScript. See, this is nothing but window.prompt. A prompt box is often used if you want the user to input a value before entering a page. Suppose we want to take the input from the user. We will just go and use prompt here. This is nothing but prompt only. We will call it as a prompt. Window.prompt. Okay. Window.prompt. Okay. Please enter the subject line. Okay. Why you are creating a case? Okay. Why you are creating a case? Creating a case. That is my next step. Then that information we are trying to taking, then what we are doing? That reason we are taking, that reason why you are trying to creating a case. So variable reason, we are trying to assigning into this particular variable whatever user entered this data, right? Why you are creating a case? Go to here, click on this create button. Are you sure you want to create a case? How we are achieving this one? We are achieving this one? We are using the confirm box, right? How we are achieving this one? Window.confirm, right? Window.confirm. Okay, then the next one is here, is here. Whenever you will click on the OK, then we are assigning into this particular variable and we are checking here. Yes, you are clicking on the OK button, then I will start my process. So what is my next step? We have to take the input from the user. Boss, why you are creating a case? What is the reason? That here we are using prompt. What is the reason? Here you are trying to creating a case? That reason here we are trying to storing into this particular variable, so we are taking permission from the user. You want to create a case? Yes, you will click on this OK button. Then why you are trying to creating a case? Okay, that reason also we are taking. Then what is my next step? We have to create a case. How to create a case? Case C is equals to new case, right? While creating a case, what are the mandatory details are there? See, status is equals to, client is saying always use new only. Then what is the next one? C start origin is there, right? Here client is saying email or web, anything based on our client requirement. Then client is saying C dot subject line is there, right? Subject line, whatever here you are using, right? This is the subject line. This is the subject line. So here whatever user we are taking from the user, right? That you can take it as a subject line. That you can take it as a subject line. Then what is the next one? C dot opportunity, right? Opportunity ID. Just now we created one field. What is my field? What is my field? Opti info. This is my field, right? This is a lookup field, right? This is a lookup field. Go to here. This is a lookup field. Opti info underscore underscore C is equals to. So here what we have to do? This opportunity name. What is this opportunity name? Test OPP, right? So this test OPP. This is a lookup field, right? Instead of lookup field, we have to use this particular. Instead of name, we have to use this particular ID. We have to use this particular ID. Go to here. We have to use this particular ID here. We have to use this particular ID here. Then we have to create a case. Then we have to create a case. This is our final requirement. So we are trying to developing one detail page button, where we are developing a detail page button in the opportunity object. We are trying to developing a detail page button. Okay. So what is the functionality of that one? We are trying to creating a case record to that opportunity only. To that opportunity only we are trying to creating a case. Yes, how we are trying to creating a case means, first we are taking a permission. By mistake he clicked on this button or he wants to create a case. First we are taking a permission. First we are taking a permission. For example, you are one user. Why we have to take the permission? That is our case. That is also one question, right? For example, by mistake you have to go to here and click on this detail, this button, then what it will happen? It will automatically create a case means, then you will ask, boss, why it is creating a case? But I want to see the functionality, what exactly there. So that's why I click on this button, but it is creating automatically case. I don't want like that. Before creating a case, it should take permission from me. If I will tell okay, then only it should create a case. User, they will expect in this scenario. So here your question is, why we have to take the permission when click, why we have to go with the JavaScript when create a, click on create a case button, then automatically create a case. So automatically create a case, right? Why we have to go okay and cancel button, right? Why we have to go with okay and cancel button? So this is the scenario. Suppose you are one user, you will go to here, you will click on this button, automatically it will create a case. You will ask the admin, boss, it is created one case, why it is created a case? I click on this button. No, I don't want, my functionality should not be like that. Why I click on this button? I want to check what is this button. Then it is automatically creating a case. I don't want like that. It should, while creating a case, again it should take permission from me. Again you should take permission from me, either okay or cancel. Again you should take a permission from me. So to take that permission from me, we have a facility in the JavaScript. That's why we are going with the JavaScript. So whenever user click on this particular button, we are trying to calling a JavaScript code, that we are telling to the system by adding this one. This is a JavaScript code. By adding these connection.javascript, apex.javascript, these two files, by adding, we are telling to the system this is a JavaScript code. This is a JavaScript code. Then the next one is, what is our next step? What client is expecting? When click on this button, first it should take confirmation from the user. You are continue with this process or we have to cancel this process. First it should take permission from the user. So what is the facility is there in the JavaScript? Is there any facility is there? Yes, go to here, we have confirm box is there. Window.confirm, window.confirm, are you sure you want to create a case record? This function, it will give okay and cancel two buttons and along with the checks. So whenever user click on this okay, then only we have to continue the process, right? Suppose user click on the cancel button, then we have to stop the process, right? So we have to get whether user click on okay or cancel. That is our next step. How to get how to get so this function only telling, this function only it will tell, boss, user click on this okay button, I will give true. If user click on the cancel button, I will give the false. that we have to store into this variable. So I'm storing into this variable. Here everything is variable only. There is no data types. Everything is variable, whether it is a boolean or integer, everything is variable. Now we are trying to storing into this variable. If true means confirm is equals to true means, then what does that mean? You click on this OK button, right? If confirm is equals to false means, then it should stop the process. That's why here what we are doing, we are doing confirm is equals to true. Confirm is equals to true, then you have to enter into this particular curly braces. In this curly braces, what we are doing, in this curly braces, what is my next step? You have to take the permission. You have to again take from the user. Go to here, click on this create case. First we are taking the permission from the user. Shall we create a case for you? Yes, he will tell, click on this OK button. Yes, he will just go and create a case for me. Yes, what is the reason why you are trying to creating a case? That reason you have to enter and click on this OK. This, how we are getting this text box? How we are getting this text box is nothing but, here we have prompt is one function is there. Window.prompt. Go to here, window.prompt. Window.prompt. Okay, window.prompt. Why you are creating a case? Why you are creating a case here? Window.prompt. So it will give one text box. It will give with one text box along with some, along with this information. Yeah, whatever you are entered, right, that here we are trying to caption here. We are trying to storing into one variable. That variable name is nothing but any name. Here I'm just adding it as a reason. I'm just adding it as a reason. Then the next one is, what is our final target? Our final target is nothing but, we have to create a case record. We have to create a case record. How to create a case record is nothing but, case object API is nothing but case, right? Case is equals to new case. And while creating a case, what are the mandated details are there? Status is equals to new, horizon is equals to web, subject line is nothing but whatever he entered the data, right? Based on that data, here we have to create, and for which opportunity we have to create that field, right? Here we have to take the current record ID, right? Current record ID, current opportunity record ID. Yes, all the details are ready. Now we have to create a case. This is a case. So we used insert operation and we created a case. What we will do is, we will not write this business logic inside JavaScript. We will not write this business logic inside JavaScript. So Visual Force page is what, which purpose? To take the data and to display the data, right? To display the data, right? Same thing, JavaScript is also for to take some data or to perform some validations, okay. So finally the business logic is inside the Apex class. This is my business logic. This business logic, where we have to write? So go to class, go to here. I will just go and write a class. Public class create case record, case record. Now go to here. In this class, where we'll write our logic? Inside method, right? Inside method. So if we want, we will just go and create a constructor here. Okay, here I am not calling the constructor, and we are not writing any logic inside the constructor. See here, this is my constructor. Now what is my next step? Public static void create record, create record. This is my method. Inside this method, see here, whatever these details are there, right? Copy these details, copy these details. See, we are trying to creating a case record, right? We are trying to creating a case record. This is my class. This is my class. Okay. This is my class. This is my constructor. This is my method. Inside method, we are trying to creating a case, right? Inside this method, we are trying to creating a case, right? While creating a case, here you have to observe reason from where we are taking. Reason from where we are taking. From this JavaScript we are taking, right? From this JavaScript we are taking, right? So we need a reason. See, string reason. Reason is nothing but subject line. We need this reason. From the JavaScript we need this reason. Then what is the next step? This ID also we should need, right? So here you have to observe, when this detail page button is where? This detail page button is nothing but in this opportunity, right? For this opportunity only we have to create a case record, right? So we have to, whenever user click on this detail page button, we have to create a case record. That case record we have to link to this particular opportunity, right? We have to link to this particular opportunity, right? So what is that relationship field? This is a relationship field. This is a relationship field. Then what is my next step? This ID we have to pass it, right? This ID we have to pass. We have to fetch the current record ID and we have to pass that particular current record ID. We have to pass that particular current record ID. So whenever user click on this particular button, then only we have to get this current record ID and we have to pass this particular method. We have to pass this particular method. Okay, current record ID. We have to pass this particular method. Go to here, this particular method. This reason where we are getting. Whenever user click on this particular button, he will enter some details, right? That we are passing, that we are taking, that we are taking in the JavaScript level, and we are trying to passing into this particular method. So then the second one is we have to create a case record. So where we have to create a case record. So and we have to create a case record and we have to link that case record to this particular opportunity. So to this particular opportunity means current record ID only, right? This current record ID only we have to pass. That's why we are taking two inputs from the JavaScript. One is reason, that is nothing but subject line, and another one is current record ID. And another one is current record ID. These two inputs we are taking from the JavaScript. We are taking from the JavaScript. Okay. Now the next point is whenever this is my class, this is my method, this is my class, and this is my method. This is constructor and this is my method. This is my method. Now what is my next step? Go to here. From here, from JavaScript, we have to call that particular Apex class. So we have one method sforce dot okay, Apex dot some syntax is there. Execute. I am also not remember that syntax. We will go and search in the Google. Sforce dot Apex dot execute one method is there. Salesforce dot Apex dot execute one method is there. From this particular method, first we have to call this Apex class. What is this Apex class? This Apex class we have to call. This is not exact syntax. In the next session we will discuss. First we have to call this Apex class. In this Apex class, suppose two methods are there. Which method we have to call? This method. Whatever the method is there, right? That method. Then the next one is this method. How many parameters it will take? One parameter is reason, right? This reason parameter we have to pass it. This reason parameter we have to pass it. Then what is the next one? It will take the current record ID, right? Record ID. So record ID, by using this particular syntax, we will call this Apex class. In this Apex class, we will call this particular method. While calling this method, what it is expecting? I will take two inputs. One is this string and another one is another string. So the first one is we are collecting from the user why you are trying to creating a case. The second one is we are trying to fetching the current record ID. The second one is we are trying to fetching the current record ID here. So we are calling our Apex class. We are calling our Apex class. In that Apex class, we have to execute the method, right? This is the method. While executing the method, we have to pass the inputs, right? This is one input and this is another input. Then at the class level, what we have to do is instead of public, we have to use global access modifier. We have to use global access modifier whenever we are trying to calling a class from the JavaScript. Then we have to use global access modifier. Then now coming into here we have to use web service keyword. Web service keyword, otherwise the system it will not identify this particular method. So we are trying to calling a class from the JavaScript, right? By using this syntax. In the next session we will discuss the exact syntax. Sforce.apex.execute, this is a class name. In this class, which method? First of all, for that particular class we have to use global. Then the next one is what? Then the next one is what? In this class, which method you are trying to calling? This method. This method we have to use web service keyword. Then these parameters based on our requirement. Yes, our parameters are ready. Then we will just go and create a case record. In the next session we will discuss this complete example. This is for today's session. You have any questions?